So today we get to talk a little bit about projectors. So projectors are really special people and they're very unique. So they make up about 20-ish% of the population. So, we've talked about the manifestors, which are, 7 to 9%. Then we talked about the generators and the manifesting generators. Those are the doers, the builders. And they make up about 70% of the population combined. And now we're at projectors, about 20% of the population. And projectors, like manifestors, are non-energy beings. So what that means again is they do not have defined sacrals. So the red square above the bottom brown square on your body graph. So the bottom's the root, the next one up is the sacral, and that is your energy motor that gives you all of your energy. The projectors will not have that defined ever. So it'll always be colored in white. Projectors are really just sweet, special people. They're made to guide the world, to lead the way, to be the lighthouses of everybody and show them how to get to where they need to be in life, like the next step, the next stage of where our world is going to be. Now, the thing about projectors is they are not here for everybody. So projectors have their own unique set of people. So they'll have their tribe or their crew or their peeps, whatever you want to call them. But those are the people they're here to help and lead and guide. So they're not here for everybody, and that's really hard on some projectors because they're so caring and kind, and they just love everybody and they want to help everybody. But it's really important that projectors stick to their people because they don't have the energy to help the whole world. Like, of course, their hearts are big enough and they want to help the whole world because they just love everybody and they want everything to be the best it can be. But that's just not what they are made for. They don't have the energy for that. So a projector, they have really deep penetrating auras that really touch others. They can really see, feel, experience, like understand people really deeply at the core, especially the people in their tribe and the people they're meant to lead and guide. So, well, I don't even know how to explain projectors the way their hearts are. They're just so sweet and guiding, and they're just great people. Okay, but anyways, I can just go on and on about how sweet and sensitive and loving and kind and caring and smart these guys are, but I gotta focus. So we'll talk about the strategy first, and then the authority and the theme, and then some little tips and stuff for projectors as well. Okay, so the strategy for a projector is to wait for recognition or the invitation. Now, remember, a strategy is going to be like how you go about making decisions and doing things, I guess, in life. So if you are a projector, you have to be a very patient person because sometimes those invitations, they might not always come like one after another. You may be waiting a while. You might have to, sometimes wait a couple weeks, a couple months, you never know, in between these important invitations for you. But it's very important to wait for those actual invitations, because if you are just responding to everything around you without being recognized for your unique abilities, then you're gonna run out of energy, and it's not gonna be good if you do that a lot. You're gonna end up burning yourself out. So remember, you are not here to help everybody. You are here to help your people, and that's who you're here to help. So focus on that and wait for those people to recognize you. If you don't have your people yet, that's okay. They'll be here. You have to be patient and wait. So find that thing that you're really good at. So for each projector, there's going to be this special gift or unique skill they have, and they're just going to be really good at it, and they're going to understand it a lot better than other people. So that skill that projector has, that is what they're here to share with their people. So waiting for the recognition about that is super important, because if you're not waiting for the recognition, then those people that you are supposed to help won't see you. Okay, so be very patient, wait, and once you're recognized, then jump in, then go hardcore, go all at it, go full force, help, guide, lead, organize, whatever you need to do for these guys, but just wait for your people. Yes. The next thing we'll talk about is your authority. So remember, authority is how you make decisions And if you are a projector, you have a couple choices. So you, of course, have emotional. And remember, the emotional means your solar plexus has definition, so it's defined. It'll be colored in. And if you have emotional authority, that means you're going to have to ride your waves. So you can't decide, make big life decisions just like that. You have to ride your waves, get to know your waves, understand your feelings and emotions, so that when you do have these decisions and you need clarity, you'll know when you actually have it. So it could take, some people, it might just be a short time. Like you might have little teeny waves. Other people, they might stretch out. It could be weeks or months even. But so you just have to get to know yourself and really honor yourself as an emotional authority projector. Then we have splenic authority, and that means you have your spleen colored in and defined. And what that means is you have kind of like instinct knowledge, and that's how you're going to make your decisions, just quick and on the spot. And you'll feel this really positive tingles, I don't know what you want to call it, but in your stomach, you'll just feel this happiness or this yesness, and you'll know what that is for you by your understanding yourself. And again, as a projector especially, it's really important to get to know who you really are, so you understand these feelings and you can actually use them and let them guide you in life. So, but anyways, back to being a splenic projector. So you're going to listen to that little voice inside your gut, basically. And a splenic splenic authority is very subtle at times, so it's not going to bug you and poke you. So if you're not paying attention and listening to this, then if it's telling you something and you don't listen to it, then you're going to miss out on it. So you may miss the chance to respond to these invitations if you're not paying attention. Okay. Then you have the ego, and that's kind of similar to splenic. It's just not as it's not instinctual, though. That's what I'm saying. So we have ego and yourself. So I'll kind of talk about those two together. So the ego can be defined, or your G center defined. So both of those are projectors who need people, and you need those people around you to make those decisions. And then if you are a G, like a self-projected projector, you're going to really listen to what comes out of your throat. So you have to say it and hear it and tell people and talk it out with people and get feedback and really feel if it sounds like it's what you want it to say or do. If it feels or sounds wrong to you, or maybe it's hard for you to get the words out, or hard to explain something, or you just don't sound right when you're saying it, then that means it's going to be a no. But if it flows out easy for you, the conversation's great, and you really are rolling and it's sounding good and feeling good, then that means it's a yes. So you're on the right track for that. So just really get to know your feelings inside of you. So know your feeling from your G center, know your feeling from your ego. Now remember, your ego doesn't mean like how people are, like when people are being like egotistical or whatever. That's not this ego. This is more like your heart, like your true self inside of you type ego. So just trust your heart, basically. Trust that you are listening to your heart and speaking your truth. And then that's how you make your decisions on those. Then we also have a mental projector, or a nun. Sometimes they're called nun projectors. And those guys are projectors that really need to talk it out. They don't necessarily need a person to respond to them like the ego and self-projected projectors. They need to have conversations with people. But mental projectors, or no authority projectors, they just need to talk to somebody as a soundboard, basically. So they just need to get the words out and basically have a conversation with themselves to make sure that it sounds right to them. Does it make sense the way they want it to? Does it flow the way they want it to? That's how they make the decisions if you're a mental projector. So the truth is in your voice, and make sure you have a soundboard. It's really good for projectors that have the self or no authority. Mental or no authority, to maybe, especially like if you're younger and you're in school, have a friend or a parent or a relative or somebody after school that they can just come home to every day and just talk things out really quick. Maybe just give a quick synopsis of their day, how things went down, things like that. It just helps them make their decisions and get clarity on things. So that's a really important thing. Just talking things out, not necessarily needing responses. Well, definitely don't need responses, but because I suppose if you're talking to a mental projector and they're trying to figure out their decisions, I guess, while they're talking their problems or their situation out, they might not really be present in the conversation if you're trying to have a conversation about something else. But so don't take offense to that. That's seriously, they have to have this time to talk it out. It's very important. So ego and self-projected projectors, make sure you have people. You need people to talk to, okay? Emotional and splenic, know yourself, listen to your signs, ride the waves, know your emotions, understand yourself. Mental, it's truth in your voice. So talk it out, hear what you're saying, and then that's how you make your decisions. Okay, the next thing we'll talk about is the theme of a projector. So the emotional theme, basically. If you are a projector and you are in alignment with yourself and you are living the life you're made to live and things are going good for you, then you're gonna feel success. You'll just have this feeling of success over you. So, I mean, you'll have other feelings too, but you know that's your emotional theme to tell you you're doing good, you're on the right path, you're rolling the way you need to be rolling. If you are not, if you are out of alignment and living in your not self theme, then you're gonna feel bitter. Now, a lot of times bitter projectors, they'll be like, what? Bitter? Why are projectors bitter? I don't want to be bitter. If you're feeling that way, then you're probably not in alignment as a projector right now. So if you have any bitter feelings towards anything, like take a step back and really come within yourself and try to find out what's causing that. Why are you feeling that way? Like, what is making you feel that? Are you doing things you shouldn't do? Are you using too much of your energy? Are you trying to respond to people without waiting to be recognized or for the invitation? Okay, there's all sorts of things. So make sure that you are listening. Okay. As a projector, it's really hard to not compare yourself to other people. So projectors love people so much and they really want to help others and guide others and lead people. So it's very important that you do not compare yourself to these other people, okay? You don't have the energy they have consistently. Yes, you'll have sporadic spurts of energy. Yes, when you're doing stuff that lights you up, it's made for you to do, and you're with your people and you're leading and guiding and doing your thing, you're gonna have energy for that, of course. And when you're around generators and manifesting generators, of course, you're gonna pull in their sacral energy and amplify that, so you'll even have more energy than them at times too. So I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you can't compare yourself to them and expect to be able to be an initiator over everything, because you cannot be an initiator unless you are waiting for that recognition and responding to that. You cannot be like generators, because if you try to be a generator and work the regular 8-to-5 job and consistently running around doing whatever, especially if it's not something you're made to do, something that lights you up, you're gonna burn out so fast, because you're basically like driving a car that's out of gas that just has the fumes going. You know, it's putting a little bit pretty soon, but once it's out of gas, it's plot. You're not driving that thing, right? So that's like a generator. You know, you have these little fumes going still from time to time, but if you don't recharge and refill your gas tank by taking time for yourself, being alone, doing things that you enjoy, the things that light you up, things like that. If you don't recharge yourself, fill your gas tank up, you're gonna putter out. You're gonna be a car stuck on the side of the road that can't move. And projectors have a really hard time getting out of that burnout cycle, especially if it's something they are used to being in. If it's a repetitive pattern and they just can't seem to get into alignment, or they just don't understand why they're not feeling the way they're supposed to feel, it's going to be harder. So make sure you're taking that time for yourself. Make sure you're recharging. Make sure you're doing things you enjoy and you love doing, and make sure you are helping your people and not trying to help everybody. It's important also for projectors, like I was saying, you have that non-defined sacral, so you have to know when enough is enough. Even when you're doing things you like, you know, you can do too much of things. So if you're starting to feel like I'm getting low on energy, I'm running out of juice, take a break. You have permission to take breaks anytime you need. Go rest, go recharge, so you can come back and keep going. So you can keep leading, so you can keep guiding. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Projectors are technically made to to work and use like physical energy maybe 4 to 6 hours a day. That's it. That's all you're supposed to do. You are that important. You have that much knowledge. You have that much of a special gift that you're here to share, that you don't need to be spending that much time. That's what you need to do. And then the rest of that time you're recharging and you are relaxing and doing calm things that aren't going to burn you out. Okay? So make sure you do that. And again, recharge as you need. Okay? Another important thing for projectors to remember is that, I said this before, I know, but you are not for everybody. Okay? You cannot expect to help the whole world. You cannot expect to be besties with everybody. You cannot expect every person to like you and love you. Okay? You have your people that you are made for, and those people are going to love and admire you to the extremes. Like, you are going to be so important to these people, and that's what you need to focus on. Okay? Don't focus on whether or not these people down there are going to be your buddies, or if they like you, or if you're going to help them or not. Okay? You focus on the people that are coming to you, so that you are able to use your energy correctly and help the people that need help. They're going to want your help. They're going to respect your help. They're going to love hearing you talk. They're going to love your guidance, and they're going to appreciate you. Okay? Those people down the road that you want to help because you're such a kind-hearted, loving person, you're just going to waste your energy, and you don't have a lot of valuable energy. You know, you're very precious. So your energy is precious to you. So you need to use it the way it needs to be used. Okay? So, let's see what else. Yeah, that's the main thing. So I guess the big thing for projectors is to make sure that when we're talking about resting and sleeping, that you have time to sleep in your own aura. That means even if you're married or you have a partner or whatever, if you are a projector and your partner is a generator or a manifesting generator, it's really important that you guys sleep separately. Like, try to sleep in separate rooms as much as you can. Like, every day is best, but you know, at least do it 3 to 5 times a week, just to make sure you can recharge yourself. Because as a projector and a manifester, you know, you're laying right in the aura of a generator or a manifesting generator. Those guys have continuous energy going, right? Always have this energy, continuous access. And especially if you're like dreaming and stuff, you know, you may be very active in your dream. What if you're running, or you're chasing, or you're flying, or whatever you do in dreams? You know, you could be digging for crystals in the cave, who knows, but you're using this energy in there, right? So if you're sitting next to a non-energy projector, then you're just giving them all this energy that you're using, and they're taking it in and amplifying it. So they're not going to be sleeping very well. So you need that good, solid, alone sleep time, so you can make sure that you can recharge your energy and you don't burn out. You don't get tired. You have enough to keep going. Okay? Those are the biggest things for projectors. And I know I say this, I've said this over and over and over, but it's super important for projectors to make sure they are getting recharged. Okay? Alone. You need to be alone. Even though you're made for people, you are made to help people. You are made to lead people. You're here to guide the world. Remember, showing people what could be using your special skills and abilities that you have, whatever that is. Find it, know it, and use your time while you're waiting. Like, while you're waiting between recognition and invitations, you know, sometimes it can be a little time to wait. So use that time to work on that skill you have. Like, go learn about it. Go try to improve it. Go try to make it flow the way you want it to flow. Like, find your flow, you know, do things the way you want it to look or present, you know, find your way, you know, use your time. You have that extra time while you're waiting. Don't use that time focused on like, oh, am I going to get an invitation? Are people going to like me? Or am I going to be able to help people? Do they even see me? You know, keep those thoughts out of your head. So anytime those come in, push them out and say, hey, I am just waiting for my people who are going to appreciate me, so I can go use my valuable energy to help guide them. You know, that's what you're here for. You are here to lead. Okay. I know it's super important. I'm sorry, I keep saying the same thing, but yes. Okay. Strategy, wait to be invited, wait to be recognized. Might be fast, might be long. Just use the time you have in between, okay? And appreciate yourself, love yourself, care about yourself, and realize how special and valuable you are. You are very important people, and you are made to be lights for the world, okay? You have important missions. How about that? You're just here to be great leaders. So use your skills, find your people, wait to be recognized. Don't waste your energy on people who don't matter, who aren't going to appreciate you, who aren't going to listen to you. Follow your authority and get to know yourself so you can make sure that you are actually using that authority correctly. Know when enough is enough. Take alone time and recharge your batteries as much as you need. It is okay. You have unlimited permission to take breaks whenever you need it, okay? You have permission. Oh, another tip, projectors, it's really good for projectors to do is if you can, because of this time that you need to rest, it's really helpful if you can save some money, like just have a stockpile saved or whatever for times that you're gonna need to take breaks. So you might, maybe get burned out, not like burned out completely drained, burnt out, but you might start to burn out and just like, hey, I need to take a couple days and recharge, or like, hey, I need to take work off for 3 or 4 days and go to the mountains and just recharge my energy. And you may need that, and that's okay too. So just try to plan for times that you need to take off or be alone and recharge. That's just another helpful tool. Okay, thank you for being a projector. Thank you for being a light in this world, and keep doing your thing. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great day.